Wait, this is a video about AMTRAK? Hold on. We need a change in scenery. Okay, that looks way better. Anyways, yeah, it happened.
What? It's just an ordinary...
449.
Oh my goodness!
Chargers have finally begun showing up on the Lakeshore Limited. And if you don't already know how I feel about Chargers, let me just remind you. What is your least favorite AMTRAK and MBTA locomotive? For AMTRAK, not a huge fan of the ALC-42s, otherwise known as Chargers. And yes, I know that's an overrated opinion, but I just don't like them that much. I know this was entirely inevitable since modernization is unavoidable, but there are a few things that concern me, I guess, about this sudden appearance. Sit back, relax, grab a snack, and share some with me, and enjoy some foamer rambling about Chargers for the next few minutes. Don't say I didn't warn you. The Siemens ALC-42, or more commonly referred to as a Charger, is a diesel-electric locomotive manufactured by Siemens designed for long-haul routes, but I'm sure you probably already know that by now. As of March 2nd, AMTRAK has finally begun testing out ALC-42s to lead the Lakeshore Limited service to eventually replace the aging P-42 Genesis locomotives. It is also the very first time that this specific locomotive has run on this trackage. Here's my video of that. Since some parts of the route require access, only a very small number of Chargers are being tested so far. Technically, all ALC-42s have access, but only 370 to 379 have it activated. Eventually, the plan is to have 2 ALC-42 locomotives leading, as opposed to the previous typical 2 P-42s. Sometimes it's a single header, or 3. Hey, feature me here. While I was recording this triple header, a car ran into the crossing gate. And it fell. And also the train hit the crossing too. Yeah. Anyways, back to the video. Or 4, or even 5 for some reason. Now let's get factual here for a minute. Yes, this was very long overdue in terms of modernizing the fleet for the Lakeshore Limited, but one thing that confuses me is the timing in which this testing phase has happened. If you're not from the New England area, the weather has still been cold, and not to mention the humongous snowstorms we got, and as many of you know, the Chargers don't really fare all too well in the colder snow. Those poor little toasters get a little too cold sometimes and just decide to shit themselves. Given the fact that the Lakeshore Limited travels through areas that have typically harsh winters, it's a bit odd that AMTRAK is deciding to do this now. But there have been improvements over the years to the ALC-42's hardware and software to reduce these issues from happening. Hopefully they can survive the Massachusetts winters in the future, especially since they'll end up on the Downeaster service eventually. In terms of passenger service and reliability, the Chargers are pretty good, but in terms of railfanning, yeah, not so much. To me, they're super boring, and I was really content with the fact that I got the P-42s near me given the variety in paint jobs and whatnot. If I wanted to see a Charger that bad, I could just go literally anywhere else. But when I got the news that one was heading my way, did you guys seriously think I would go see it?
Well, I did. And now it's right in front of me. And there it goes. Bye. Ugh, what the fuck is that?
God, that was the most foamer thing I've ever done. But anything for the sake of the video. But that horn! But now for the time being, we're stuck with these cursed ass lash-ups in my neck of the woods. The mixture of Chargers and P-42s is amusing, but again, it's honestly the most cursed thing I've ever seen. I don't know how much longer it'll be like this though. I think one thing I can point out is that when the P-42s first came around, people surely had the same reaction towards them as I do right now with the Chargers. I just sound like some tired old boomer that hates new things, but I feel like the Chargers will start to grow on me at some point, given the fact that the Lakeshore Limited goes by me twice a day. I'll get used to it. But the Chargers just don't have the same charm as the P-42s. As of right now, there's none in any different or heritage paint schemes, which is just kind of sad. I already love the area closest to me because of so much diversity on what I can see on any given day, and this just kind of makes it a bit more boring. And like, where's the whoop? I'm going to miss hearing that so much, even though I can literally just go like 10 feet next door and just see some CSX Chivos, but that's besides the point. I'm really going to miss looking forward to seeing some specific P-42s on my line due to some having some very nicely tuned horns, as opposed to the Chargers mostly sounding the same. Except 374. Yeah. It really takes away the fun a little bit, to be honest. I guess even the P-42s were still somewhat limited because not every single one was equipped with access, so we couldn't technically get some of the heritage schemes here leading. Again, this is just my perspective as a rail fan, and I'm sure the P-42s had their faults over the years too. Really, the main takeaway from this is the Chargers are invading, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just thought I'd throw in my 2 cents in this since it's a recent event. You guys can fight in the comments on whether you like the Chargers or not. What else should I ramble about? Let me know down below if you'd want to see more of this. And as always, see you in the next one. Hey, average MBTA Railfan here. I put a lot of work into this, so I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button or sent this to some of your foamer friends. It would help me greatly. Thanks again!